Ed Dailey is with us in the studio today, and I mean, anybody that knows anything about radio in the Tri-Cities is familiar with Ed Dailey and his long-running program of Legends of Country. He told me earlier he spent 19 years doing this program, so I and you will have a chance to learn more about radio. Ed brought along a couple of his students from TriTech because he's involved in a radio program there at TriTech, and we'll have a chance right now to learn a lot more about it. Ed?
88.1.
Yeah, Ed. Thanks for joining us today.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for inviting us over. It's great for them to see a whole new aspect of radio. So should be great for the students here.
The pandemonium side of things.
That's right.
Yeah, we were a little, you know, we always are, it seems, John. It's amazing that we get on the air sometimes, you know that?
Living on the edge. Well,
that's fun.
It's been in radio longer than I
Yeah.
have, and
Been on the edge a lot.
you can definitely attest to the fact that there are things that we could do that would make more money and this and that. But radio is one of those things you just kind of know that you're meant to do it.
Radio's fun.
Yeah, it is. Like I always tell people, it beats working. I've had real jobs, and they forget it.
All right, I want to introduce our two students that Ed brought along as well. Ashton Jennings, he is a junior at Hanford High School. Ashton, glad you came over.
Yeah, it's a pretty great opportunity to do this.
Good.
The radio class is a great opportunity. It opens up a lot of doors, and I'm really grateful to be there.
And we'll have a chance to learn more about it. Chase Priest is a senior at Kennewick High School. Chase, nice to have you here as well.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Cole's older brother.
Yep.
I just now put it together.
Yep. That's why I
His
knew.
younger brother Cole is one of my son's best friends.
Yeah.
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
you let him on the air.
You
Oh,
know,
boy.
this guy has a lot of passion, and he has what we look for. He's the kind of guy that volunteers for everything, and that's good.
Oh, I know. I'm just
We have a big sign up on the wall, you know, and it's like my opening line: radio, TriTech radio equals opportunity, because they can get scholarships, they can get jobs, they can have internships like here. I mean, there's just one opportunity after another, but you have to be willing and you have to say yeah and step up. So that's good.
All right, well, I want to start with what is TriTech, because as long as TriTech has been here in the Tri-Cities, I'm going to bet that there are some folks in our audience today that don't know what TriTech is. Ed, what is it?
Well, when was the last time you were there?
I don't even want to say. It's been a long, long time. So you'll tour me if I come over, right?
I'd love to take you
Yeah.
through. TriTech's the best kept secret in the Tri-Cities. It is a hands-on learning facility. It is probably everything that people don't even realize. I mean, it's an amazing place. We could take you through an auto body class that has state-of-the-art auto body painting, and just like if you wrecked your car and had to go fix it, it's as well equipped as any store or company in town. The construction trades, I mean, they build complete homes. They have built homes for Habitat for Humanity, so they're on site working, and so many of those kids go right into the industry working or on to college and continue to be architects and everything else. The welding class is unbelievable. I mean, it's on a level of a college. So, and then the nursing and dental and everything else, it's full of opportunity in so many different areas, but it gives, restaurant catering, that kitchen is unbelievable, and the training they have from chefs from all over the Northwest. So it is, like I tell people about radio, back in the old days, John will probably remember some of the radio schools that people would pay $10,000 or $12,000 to go to.
American School of Broadcasting in Spokane. I helped teach there back in the 80s. And that brings up an important point, is that, to the best of my knowledge, and you probably know this better, I believe TriTech is the only, if perhaps only a handful, of affordable broadcast schools in Eastern Washington, because you either go to Wazoo or Eastern, and you'll get a terrific degree, but not everybody can do that. And if you say, I just want to do broadcasting, I think TriTech is the only one left, because I don't think the American School of Broadcast is still around.
No, all the schools are gone.
This is
But
it.
this is, and it's free because it's a high school, so you don't pay anything as long as you're available to go to high school still. And they get all that training, plus a real radio station that actually has an audience of people that listen and have for years. So TriTech is an amazing school with great opportunities and great teachers and great administrators, and it's been an honor for me to be there for 19 years.
Well,
Just to
what
give
ab-
you a quick
Okay.
idea, real fast, here in this building right now, we have Pete Christensen, which is Iceman. You know, he went through our program. Scotty Steele, who's up, I think, still in Spokane.
Rock 94.5
Yeah.
in Spokane.
Owen Mansfield, one of your cameramen over at the TV station for years. I
Oh,
can't
long
remember
ago.
his name,
Poor.
but
Yeah.
he worked. Well, no, this other guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he's worked. Just recently moved to Seattle. Isaac Carpenter was a student. He drums now. He was always a musician. He was in a group called Loudermilk, and now he plays drums for, gosh, everybody. You know, Tim McGraw and all sorts of people recording. Matt Cahill is a big producer for some big sports program back in New York. You know, Amy Lemaster was in the business for a long time. She's back in Tennessee. Nick Vinther is an artist who actually has CDs out. Former student. We've had, there's still people on the air in this town. Some of the competitors, Frank Cooper, Shauna Solheim for years, and now she's in Los Angeles trying to be an actress. Brad Prescott for years. So, I mean, I could go through a list of probably, I just tried to look, and there are 47 people that I know that have worked in the industry for more than 5 years, radio or TV.
At one point, the entire air staff of 97 Rock next door, which is my favorite station, the entire air staff had gone through TriTech.
So it's
So
to tell you, TriTech gets people to a level where they can go directly into the industry or go to college, whatever they want to do. But I mean, it really gives them hands-on training from professionals in that industry.
Yeah. So it's a collective, right? It's not one school district does not operate it. It's collectively done.
Yeah, people can come from Kennewick, Pasco, Richland, Burbank, Fenley, Prosser, North Franklin, all over.
Oh, that's good. All right. So the radio program. Why are students interested in that? So let's ask Chase first. Why are you interested in the radio program?
I started as a suggestion from one of my guidance counselors actually, and as soon as she said radio and radio equaled like music, and I have a huge passion for music, so as soon as I heard that, I was sign me up, you know. I was how do I get this, and how do I, you know, get into that class? And I was very fortunate to get into the class because, you know, it's like Ed said, there's so many different schools that send kids to it, so they can't put every kid who wants to go to that program in there. So I was very fortunate to be able to make it in. But yeah, like I said, it just music and the industry, and I wanted to learn everything I could because I'm a drummer for a local band, and we're actually starting recording our album here pretty soon. So like Ed said, it's radio equals opportunity, and opportunity equals anything you want to do as long as you're willing to do it.
All right. Sounds like a pretty good reason. How about you, Ashton?
I first found out about the class from a friend of mine at Hanford. He mentioned it to me and said that there might be a spot open, and I jumped right on it. I said, you know, that'd be a great opportunity, and I'm really passionate about music as well. I don't play in a band or anything, but you know, music really can inspire a lot of people. And also, the class isn't just about radio; it's about, you know, building your confidence and you know, speech and stuff like that. It really opens a lot of doors. Like Ed said, you can get scholarships, different things like that. It's just a really great opportunity.
That's great. Okay, and you are you're a junior, right?
Yes.
So you got another year before you got to really decide what you're going to do post high school. So what do you do at the radio station? You had told me before there's a morning class and an afternoon class. These two gentlemen are with the afternoon class. What happens at the radio station, 88.1?
Well, we talk a lot about success. This morning I spoke about Evan, I can't think of his last name, but he created Snapchat. He's the youngest billionaire in the world. And we looked at his secret to success. And his secret was one word, and that's passion. And we looked at some of those guys that are somewhat rude, but very smart on that Shark Tank show. And I read some interesting comments about what they look for in people to invest, you know, their money and other people's money. They look for the same thing. They look for passion. They look for people that will look you in the eye. They look for people that know how to speak. And they look for people that have confidence. And they look for people that have done their homework. So a lot of what I teach is that type of success-oriented things. And what do I say that I am for you guys?
You tell us that you're our agent and
That's
you work
right,
for
agent.
us.
I work for them. I might work for the Kennewick School District, but I work for them. So I'm their agent. So as an agent, I'm not like bound by just being a teacher. I can look at them and say, okay, here's what I see as your strengths, and here are some things you can work on. And if you did this, wow, it would make a world of difference. And, you know, they're young, but in today's world, you've got to be thinking about which direction you want to go and how to get there. So
Wow.
that's a lot of what we do.
They're getting a lot more than just radio knowledge, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to take a break here. You're familiar with breaks, I'm sure. And we'll be right back to learn more about the TriTech program, the radio program, 88.1. Stay with us. If you've got a comment you want to make, you want to ask a question, we're open for that. Our phone number is 547-8726. Today, we're talking about the TriTech program and the radio aspect of TriTech. My guests are Ed Dailey, Ashton Jennings, and Chase Priest. So, guys, I want to go back to you and ask you, do you decide the music? Do you program the station? Ashton? Of course, you're only into this for 2 weeks so far, I understand. So it's new.
A few weeks, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, our radio station, we play alternative rock. As far as picking the songs, we can go in there in the studio and record things like breaks and shows, as well as we can move around some songs, you know, to where we want them to be. But as far as the genre of music, it's alternative rock.
So is there like a package deal that you purchased for?
No, actually, we put it together. I had some volunteer, some people in this community that are really good with music helped me, and then I ran into a guy in Chicago who was like one of the best music experts for radio stations. He charges like $5,000 a month to be a music expert on different radio stations, and he helped me put together the essence of the format. And it's mainly just lighter alternative rock with some classic rock in there and some even old music that is more historical music. So like we play occasionally, you know, Chuck Berry, because I mean people have seen Chuck Berry and Johnny B. Good on movies and TV shows, so I mean, that's worthy to be played. But we play songs, newer songs that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. So, but it has to be carefully chosen, and we have to make sure everything's cool to play on the radio. So they will get, I think, Chase, you've like listened to a CD before and chosen different songs maybe, or in the classroom at least had a chance to do that?
Yeah, I've put 2 songs on 2 CDs on there. You asked me to do that, and I listened to them, and I actually quite enjoyed it. So it was, I got to put those on the list.
So they have to listen to it in a new way, not what their favorite is,
Right.
but
Okay.
what will fit and what's good, and then not just good because I like it, but good because of the vocals, the recording, the music, everything. So it's a different way to listen to music, because nowadays, you know, kids listen on their phones and players and internet and everything else. So, and they only listen to what they like, right? And they experiment somewhat. And I read through, I think it was iTunes, that says the average person listens for about 15 seconds and then they're gone. So I tell them they need to listen for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes before they make that judgment call. So it's like retraining yourself to listen to music in a whole new way.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get beyond what you like and
Yeah.
realize that, especially if you're a little bit on the older side, you'll hear a song and go, personally, I don't like it, but this will be. You just know, like in country, like that song's going to go. It's going to go, phew. And college radio and stations like this are often used as a proving ground by the record industry. If a song does well at college radio, because at one point when I was doing college radio at Whitworth back in 1981, I'm dating myself, no one had ever heard of Midnight Oil or REM or Run DMC or U2. People had never heard of them when they started in college radio, and look where they are now.
Mumford and Sons started on college radio too, and everything else. So we're part of the CMJ network, which is College Music Journal, and so that's why we get a lot of groups that come through here, and sometimes we'll actually play live acoustically in our studios so that they can say, hey, here's our new stuff, we're just getting into it, what do you guys think? And so they actually want feedback from students, which is very cool.
That is cool. What do you know about your audience? So are you mostly, do you say to yourself, I'm talking to my friends when you're on the radio, I'm talking to other high school students in the Tri-Cities? What do you know about your audience? Go ahead.
Our audience is, I think it's Tri-Cities and a little bit in Hermiston.
Mainly it's Tri-Cities, but it's changed a lot. So you still have friends, right, that listen sometimes?
Oh yeah, I have really anyone in the local music scene for Tri-Cities and Kennewick and Richland. They'll keep an eye on and like listen for stuff that they've never heard before that they like. And I can't tell you how many artists I've been recommended that we play on 88.1. And I'm like, oh, we have those, and like, yeah, we heard that through 88.1, and it's just really cool.
It's evolved, it's changed a lot. So it's not teenagers as much anymore. It's 20s and it's 30-year-olds and even 40-year-olds, and it's people that want something different. And then I hate to say it on a commercial radio station, but it's people that hate commercials. And it's
enjoy it while you can.
It's eclectic stuff. It's like people that want to hear something different. So that's why people listen to us. But it's all different ages. It's not kids anymore, it's everything, it's all different ages.
All right.
I call that perceptual, stations spend tens of thousands of dollars to find out who is your target audience. And, and that's a good thing that you're learning, because having been in this business as long as I have, I always tell you, imagine in your head, you need to read the perceptual of your station. Who are you conversing with? It's like, who am I talking with, not talking to? But imagine, what is my audience doing right now based upon the air shift that I'm doing, and then try to be as relatable as you can.
These guys haven't been here that long, but they'll love it when we give away some prizes, and they'll see like older people coming in, and they'll just rave about the station. Yeah, and it's amazing for them to say, like we had a guy come in not too long ago, and he runs a crew where they're cleaning, and so he has the radio on real loud, and he listens to what he wants to listen to, which is us, because it's really different. So, but I try to tell them that all of that is really secondary, because if they came to work for a group like this, then they might work on a country station or a rock station or a new hit station or something else. So if you're well, I can tell you for sure this was a funny thing. A girl that was in class, Amy, who only liked punk rock back then, a long time ago, she goes, I'll work anywhere, but I'll never work for country. I hate country. I hate country. And I said, don't ever say that, because in radio what happens is you usually end up working, and all of her entire career in radio, over 10 years at a country station. So you've got to learn to, if you love radio, you're going to play anything, and you'll play lots of stuff. So.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
gotta-
part
you
of
gotta
the
be flexible,
versatility,
yeah.
too. If you can work multiple formats, because besides news talk, I've done country, I've done classic rock, I've even done AC, and I jokingly said, with all due respect to my compadre AJ down the hallway, I'd often jokingly said, if God wanted to send me to radio hell, he'd make me work top 40. Been able to dodge that one, but yeah, I've worked 4 different formats,
Yeah.
and part of your marketability is being able to go in and say, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and they're going to go well.
So
There
to
you go.
answer your question, Christina's, the radio station's important. We try to make it the best we can, but I'm trying to teach them that if they want to be in radio, they're likely going to play things that they've never heard before.
All right, so I want to go back and talk about, besides the radio aspect, which I think, and the music aspect, which is really good, what can we do, what are we learning for the students? What are the students learning in terms of how to speak better and how to present themselves? We'll do that when we come back, so stay with us.